let's chat a bit about the benefits of practicing Qigong.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it many years, and so it sort of becomes normal to me. But I think I'd like to throw that back at you. What benefits have you found from practicing?
Well, I started practicing at the beginning of pandemic. Then you were there on the screen, online. I never met you in person before, and we started practicing.
Hmm.
Me, my husband, watching you from the screen and following your guidance. And what struck me instantly was, oh my God, this is fantastic. It's putting the movement of relaxing and releasing, letting go,
Hmm.
together with the idea, the internal idea of letting go of tension, problems, thoughts, fear, and doing that with a movement that guides the energy, guides chi.
Hmm.
Oh, that really, that for me was, I needed to go further. I need to practice every day.
Hmm.
And my husband joined, and he was pleased with that. Is it has been. It starts my day, calms me down when I need, gives me more energy when I'm tired.
Hmm.
All the benefits are huge, and I believe I will still have more benefits with time.
Yeah, yeah. I think you've probably really hit the nail on the head because that first piece that you said about relax, we so often need something to really help us relax. How many of us know what relaxation really is? Most people's relaxation involves something else going on. Relax in front of the telly, relax with a glass of wine. This isn't relax, this is distract.
I've done both,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it
Snap.
didn't help.
Um, but yeah, that first thing about relax, and what happens is when you actually relax, the body has this amazing opportunity to start to drop into the systems that help you to heal. And then the direction of the chi also gives you that ability to focus your intention into certain places. So I think one of the joys is that everybody finds their own benefits. But you also find the most astonishing healing stories. Um, and it's all about getting, first of all, becoming aware of what you can change. And then the second piece is about having the tools to actually change it. And that's exactly what you've just described. When I look back at my experience, there's a few sort of standout things that are standout people along the way that always sort of resonate with me. There was a guy who had significant anxiety and stress, and worked with him for a very short period of time, and used a really simple technique. I mean, we've practiced kidney breathing,
Mm-hmm.
taught him kidney breathing, um, and he was able to, using that technique, because it's something really simple and you can do it anywhere and nobody will notice. He was able to actually get back into a condition that he was able to work again. And then 3 months later, he called and he said, you know, I'm here in London. I'm at my office. I'm working. This is because of qigong. I've seen that happen over and over again with the simple techniques. But the simple techniques can patch things. They can help you through those bits and pieces. But the bigger techniques that we use in classes and in longer sort of programs, these ones can get you a lot more deeply into it, and they can actually be completely transformational. So yeah.
And you have benefit yourself as well with the practice. You practice for. Did you feel this gradual change in you?
It's interesting because I'm going to have to say no.
Mhm.
Um, it's only when I look back that I realise how much things have changed for me. But I didn't come to it with a particular requirement for healing. I came to it with a fascination in the process and a want for self development. So generally, what you find is if somebody comes in with an intention for healing, they will get an amazing healing from it, and that's where they will go. And then from there, you start on this journey. But I'm saying that, and I'm sort of lying as well because there's been a number of occasions that things have happened to me. I was due to be working abroad a number of years ago, and I went out and walked the dog. Yeah, don't walk dogs. It's very dangerous. Um, and I jumped over a ditch near us and broke my big toe. And so when I went to the hospital and they said, oh, in a boot for 6 weeks, they showed me the X-ray and everything, and I was like, but I've got to go out and work abroad in a week's time. And so I used La Chi. I used this simple practice and just this idea of get everything back and back working well. And with that, I was able to be fully mobile within about 5 days, with no pain, with no limitations of movement. So there's those types of things that you can find, but that's a very personal thing. That's not a guarantee. That's just something you can do.
Yeah, but that needed dedication. You applied yourself in doing it. It wasn't a one-off.
No, I didn't go and see a qigong teacher and he goes, toes better. No, it was taking something very simple and just creating a degree of focus with it and working with it. But it's strange because it doesn't take hours. It's something, especially when you use small techniques, it's something you can do at different points during the day. You go and put the kettle on, you do a little bit of work on the place that you want to work with. You all kinds of points during the day. You've got these moments that you can actually do a little bit of practice. And if you use that, then instead of your healing practice being I've gone and spent an hour practicing, or I've gone and spent 15 minutes practicing, or I've been to my class, your whole day can actually have these bits that just focus into just take a moment to take a bit of care of myself. And that's a really natural way for things to be. That's natural process. Natural process isn't, it's not, right, I'm going to go and do this for 8 hours. I'm going to be focused on this for 8 hours. And then once I've finished it, I'm going to relax. That's a bit like deer when they, deer don't run away for like 8 hours and then relax. They run away when they need to run away. They eat when they need to eat. And they don't do big runaways at the beginning of the day, so they don't have to run away during the rest of the day. Natural process is response, and Qigong should give you the tools to be able to respond and to use stuff in the moment. That's when it becomes really, really potent.
Then I can understand from what you're saying that Qigong would be a technique that I can use any time of the day, in any circumstance. I don't need to get my gear and go somewhere. I can do it in group, I can do it on my own, and I can practice anytime.
Absolutely.
And it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It can be more complex.
Yeah, I was going to say, slight caveat, there are certain techniques that may draw attention to you if you did them in the supermarket.
So, we can talk about that another time.
So, yeah, but there is always going to be a Qigong technique. There's always going to be a habit or an insight that you get from exploring that will be beneficial in any circumstance. And I think that's when it's really, really fascinating. I've been in some very interesting situations. I've been in some very dangerous situations. And I've found that a Qigong technique, and I've mentioned kidney breathing already, techniques such as kidney breathing, a single kidney breath, drawing the breath down into the small of the back, has become a habitual response to me. So when you're faced with a difficulty, just a single breath, this is Qigong. And it transforms the potential for the situation because, if something's happening and you go, you're going to get a very different outcome to if you go, it's all there. This is Qigong. But these are the techniques that we hone and develop through the practice, through the classes, through working with teachers such as yourself.